In most tricks that require a setup, you can usually accomplish the same trick without the use of that said setup. You can do the same thing with just replacing the setup with a move or a sleight of hand procedure. And this trick I'm going to show you, it's basically Ed Marlowe's perfect stop trick without the setup, and you can have the participant shuffle the deck and still get the same effect with one adjustment, which is just one move. Now, this move scares some people, but with applied misdirection, you can achieve it no problems. And I'll show you exactly what I mean with a person here, which is Shannon. All right, Shannon. In most card tricks that you see, the whole premise is for somebody to pick a card or to look at a card, and for the magician to find that card that's lost in the deck. And that's why it's a magic trick, because nobody knows how it's done. But could you imagine finding your own card instead of me? How crazy that would be. Like, the tables are turned, right? Mm-hmm. We'll try this. I think you can do that. I think you've got this. Okay. What I would like you to do is take the deck and start dealing cards face down until you get an urge to stop. Okay, when you want to stop, look at the top part of the deck, and I won't look. Okay. 2, 3. I'm just kidding. It has nothing to do with the trick. Okay. You done? Yeah, are you done? Yes. Look at the top part of your deck now. Okay. And show the camera too, so they know what it is, and it's important that you remember it. All right. Okay. Don't forget the card, or else there's no trick there. Okay. All right. Now put it back on top where it was. Give the whole thing a cut so it's in the middle somewhere. Okay. All right, now put all those cards on the cards that are on the table. And heck, why not give the whole deck a one cut too, so everything is random, right? Okay. Okay. So, you picked out a card. Yes. And you cut it somewhere in the middle of the deck. Is it fair to say, just based on my own experience, that your card might be a black card?
It is black.
Okay. What I'm going to do... Oh, did you shuffle them, by the way?
I did not.
Give him one shuffle. Is it fair to say, because I might know where it is your card a club card?
It is a club card, yes.
I think we're on the right track.
Okay.
What I'm going to do is start dealing cards like this, and I'll stop somewhere where I want to stop. Maybe, maybe right there, and I'll stop there. But it's not up to me. It's up to you, because this is your trick. Stop me whenever you want to stop. What we'll do is, I don't think this is your card, is it? No. We'll use the 5 to count down 5 cards. Look, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know what? 5 down. I don't think it's that one either, is it? No. A jack is worth 11, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Ooh, I don't know. This might be the one. Are you feeling this one, or do you want me to go further down in the deck?
We can go with that.
We can go with this one?
Yep.
We'll put that there. That could have been this card, that could have been that card, could have been this one, but I have a feeling, based on my experience, that might actually be the one. For the first time, name out loud the card you saw.
7 clubs.
7 of clubs. Listen, you told me to stop anywhere. You did you shuffled the deck. Look at the card. Okay, so typically with the Ed Marlowe trick, the perfect stop trick, you need a setup on the bottom of the deck, which is just a run of spades, ace through king of the same suit in order. But in this case, you don't need that at all. All you need is one key card and one move, which I'll show you here in a second. So what you need to do is grab yourself any key card, which I use it doesn't matter what the card is, but you want to doctor this card in a way that it's a visual key card. What I mean by that is that it's an edge mark and a pencil dot. So just for clarity on video, what I'll do is make this nice and bold for you so you can see what I'm talking about here. So take any card, and with a pencil, just very lightly make a dot on the upper corners on this white border here, so you can see what I'm doing here. Just with a pencil, very lightly, so only you can see it. It's hidden from everybody else, but obviously you wouldn't do this in real life. I'm just doing this to show you. So you have these 2 pencil dots right here on the back of the card on the white borders, but also you need an edge mark as well, which you take your pencil and just color in a small dot on the edge of the card right here like this. And this way, when the card is in the deck, what you achieve is a visual key card. So if you spread the deck now, like this on the table, you can see very clearly where that card is. It's right there. So if you have a card next to it, you can easily locate it due to that visual key card. But also, What's cool about this is you can also see it on the side of the deck right here where that edge mark is. So if you just look down, you can just see it and glance down and know approximately where the card is. And so that's why you need that there. So if this card starts on the bottom of the deck, you can begin by giving the deck an overhand shuffle, keeping the card on the bottom by the use of the slip shuffle like this. You just keep your fingers pressed on it in a tight grip, and when you start the overhand shuffle, just hold on to it like this. The card just stays on the bottom of the deck as you shuffle. All right, so now on top of using a visual key card, what also helps and what really makes your life easier is if you use a marked deck. What a marked deck is, any gaff deck where the card is just boldly written on the back of the card so you can see what the card is by looking at the back of the card, right? So that's how I knew what the card was, but that's not important for the trick. But what makes that important is for the Arthur Finley remote control move that we're going to do here in a minute, all right? So what happens for the trick is you start talking about how usually you find the card, and in this case we're going to try to see if you can find the card spectator, right? So what happens is you turn around, and any sort of key card placement that you can do is fine, but here's a good one you can do. So ask them to start dealing cards face down like this, and whenever they want to stop, they can stop and then look at their top card. In this case we'll use the 5 of clubs. So they put it back on top of the deck, and they cut the deck in their hands like this, and then they put the whole thing on those cards on the table. Now you can say give the whole thing a cut, which what this accomplishes, as you can see with the edge mark, is their card's going to be somewhere on the bottom of the deck somewhere. So after the Finley remote control, their card is on top of the deck. So now what you want to do is manage to get their card now on the bottom of the deck. All right, so you can do that by shuffling the deck like this, or what I normally do is in that guise of dealing, I just say I'm gonna deal cards like this on the table, and I'm gonna get an urge to stop at some point, and I've just dealt cards and just left the card on the bottom of the deck. But however you want to do it is fine, just as long as it's on the bottom of the deck. So now we get into the procedure of the getting the values to get down to their card, right? So you start dealing cards and say, when you get the urge, it's not my urge, but when you get the urge to stop, you stop, right? And when they do, you say, we're gonna look at this card. I don't think that's your card. And they say, no, it's not, because it won't, because it's on the bottom of the deck, right? So we'll say we'll use a 3 to count down 3 cards. So you go 1, 2, 3. Say, I don't think it's there yet. Let's see, we'll check this one. No, it's not your card, right? And then use a value again, and the kings are worth 13. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. And all this while, you're sort of side jogging the card like this each time you get to a card. And you say, do you want to go one more, or do you think we should look at this card? And no matter what they say, what you're going to do is a bottom deal, right? And what that is, you just exchange this card for the bottom card by doing this. And that's what scares a lot of people about this trick, because bottom deals are nerve-wracking, and now, it's hard to get away with them because they're kind of obvious sometimes, right? But with applied misdirection, like I said, you can get away with it. So I just look them in the face. I said, you want to use this card, or want to go with the next one? And you didn't see I put the card off the bottom, did you?
No.
Exactly. So like I said, you just side jog that card, and you say you want to look at this one or the next one. Whatever they say, you would do what they want to do. And if they say they want to look at that one, so you say perfect, do your bottom deal and put the rest on the table like this. Now you just recap and say, listen, you looked at a card while my back was turned. You shuffled the deck. You said stop anywhere. It would be impossible. Blah, 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 blah. Just give them all this bullshit lines, right? But there's one card that we arrived at through all your handlings, and happens to be your very card, the 5 of clubs. Off to a bad start already. Now put the whole thing on the tabled pile.
Bury my card? Sure, we'll go like that. We gotta walk through it one time.
I don't know what you did.
I'm doing.
Cards. For the first time, Shannon, what was your card?
It was
Oh, fuck my life. Okay. You know what? I'm getting a feeling your card is a club card. Is that fair to say?
I'm so sorry. I can't know if it was.
There it is, and then somehow I find it. Pretty impressive. But for a magician, how impressive. Oh my god! Most tricks that require a setup can be accomplished. Oh, God.